South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, Mayfield. This one swung out to Williams. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now Mayfield. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And they're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the 1st down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Mayfield off the play fake. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield to throw it. And he checks this one down to Williams. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause. How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jamal Williams, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. It's a big play there for Miami.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd down and 5. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Seven, our score after 1. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Williams. And down inside the 15 he goes. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Off the option, here's Williams. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Mayfield now. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Levante David. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Short throw to Disley. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're going louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on it. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Tua.
Throw right side into the hands of the tight end long.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And remember, this drive's...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Kareem Hunt with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Elijah Moore now bringing it out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. To throw again on second down, Mayfield. And there's the former Dolphin, Jarvis Landry. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Moore. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Mayfield looks to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Hard throw, incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Well, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those, but third down coming up. On third down, here's Hunt. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Tua now on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. And that That false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Looking to pass. Tua. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Now Landry. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
On the option to give to Williams here.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. To throw, Mayfield. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. From the gun, Mayfield.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be second and 10. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. On first down, it's Hunt. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. They juked him. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On play action, here's Tua, buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Throwing again on second down. Tua swings this out for Hunt. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Out to his left. They'll go screen here to Hunt. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Hunt. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here. And the way that you presented, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again. 76 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Play action. Now it's Tua. Rolling to his left. Looking for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Jets are right back in this football game. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. A tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Mayfield off the play fake. And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Tagovailoa looking to throw it.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Now Tagovailoa on the move to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Escapes the defender. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. To throw is Tua. And this is caught at the 8. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Dolphins, they run their record to 13-3 now on the year.